Hello there, you're now with me, Lorenzo Isaac, for TVS News at 5. Let's begin with our top story. A one-off 500 ringgit financial assistance was given to 66 boat operators operating at Bako Ferry Terminal under the Bantuan Khas Sarawak Kusayang 8.0. The handout today was presented by State Transport Minister Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin. To know more about the event, let's head over to our reporter Diana Jaya on the ground.
I'm now at Bako Passenger Terminal where the one-off financial assistance to 66 penambang or small boat owners is held. Part of the BKSS 8.0 program and ceremony was presented by the Minister of Transportation, Datuk Sri Lee Kim Shin, together with Deputy Minister of Transportation, Datuk Henry Jerry Jinep, and Dun Member of the Mat Laut, Dr. Hazlan Abang Hipni. As stated under BKSS 8.0, there are 7 measures introduced by the Sarawak government to assist Sarawakian during the Phase 4 National Recovery Plan, and within Measure 6 is 500 ringgit one-off financial assistance is to be given to each penambang registered with Sarawak River Board as a way to lighten the financial burden of this penambang, and hopefully we'll be able to benefit them in some way, as this involves an expenditure of 99,500 ringgit for 199 penambang registered with Sarawak River Board. In this regard, all relevant parties, especially the riverine transport operators, are urged to give full support to the government as a way to curb the spread of COVID-19 in the interest of all Sarawakian. That is all from me. I'm Diana Jaisilan and cameraman Aziz. Report from TVS.
The former Prime Minister, Datuk Sri NAJIB Razak, may automatically lose his status as a Pekan Member of Parliament 14 days from today. Now, according to constitutional law expert Professor Datuk Dr. Shamrahayu Abdul Aziz, this is unless no other court procedures are initiated or royal pardon is given within the period set.
She said this is in line with Article 48 of the Federal Constitution, which outlines a person to be disqualified an MP if he or she is convicted and sentenced to more than 1 year in prison or a fine of not less than 2,000 ringgit and does not receive a royal pardon.
Kalau dah habis masa untuk rayuan atau tidak ada rayuan lagi, there is file a petition for a pardon. Maknanya dia boleh file petition untuk pengampunan. Such disqualification shall take effect immediately upon the petition being disposed. Maknanya petition dia tu ditolak, barulah dia disqualified.
She further commented that the former Prime Minister need to file for his petition within 14 days of conviction in order to retain his Pekan parliamentary seat, but is unlikely to be able to defend and contest in the upcoming 15th general election until a pardon is granted. Pardons would have to be decided by the Pardons Board as stipulated in Article 42(5), and in the case of the Federal Territory, it consists of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, the Attorney General, the Prime Minister, and 3 other members appointed by the ruler who would sit and decide on a case-to-case basis.
Malaysia's Prisons Department has denied rumours that the former Prime Minister, Najib Razak, will be given special treatment at Kajang Prison. In a Facebook post on Wednesday, August 24th, the department posted a photo that went viral showing Najib's supposed spacious jail cell with a TV, shelves, 3 beds and a table. The photo was captioned, "Stop the spread of fake information."
On Tuesday, the federal court upheld the conviction and sentences of 12 years imprisonment and 210 million ringgit fine against Najib, who was found guilty of embezzling 42 million ringgit in funds belonging to SRC International Sdn Bhd. Following that, Najib was taken to Kajang prison to serve his sentence. Social media has since been flooded with comments from netizens who sympathize with the plight of the former Prime Minister, as well as the possibility of him receiving special treatment in prison.
Welcome back. If you are majoring or going to major in the arts, you've probably been asked, so what do you plan on doing after college with an arts degree? Or for those with a more blunt family members and friends, seriously. Now, over the years, a stigma has developed around art, whether it's music, theatre, dance, literature, or visual arts. Earlier, we had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Rejeki Misek, a dance art coach from the Malaysian Art School of Sarawak, on his thoughts on today's topic. As an educator in art school, how do you convince your students to take on the path in performing arts as a career?
Okay, so there's one thing that I always tell my student is to be marketable in any education field, be it engineering, education, art, or vocational skills. The students are always being shaped to be marketable to meet the current economy and industry situation in Malaysia, especially, and also including the whole world. So for me, performing arts will always have a high demand as long as it becomes one of human needs. I always see two or more choice is better than one. Okay, student, I always advise the student to excel in both academics skills and also art skills. Taking a major in performing arts is never a problem, but in today's world, the young generation should also learn entrepreneurial skills and handling social media well enough as to promote themselves in the industry. So meaning that I'm trying to advise the student not to really rely on one skills. They should major and also they should master in so many other skills, soft skills, so that they will be more marketable, as I mentioned earlier. So maybe they can major. The first thing they major in performing arts, and then they should learn also some basic skills of entrepreneur. So it is for them to market themselves in the industry.
Now, Mr. Rejeki, there is a common misconception that it's virtually impossible to make a living as an artist, whereby parents are always encouraging their children to pursue more stable careers, constantly questioning the validity and feasibility of a career in the arts. Now, do you mind sharing the opportunities in the arts industry?
Okay, so as we were discussing about taking performing arts as part of the education, it is not necessarily that all students in art major will end up as an artist. I always believe that it is more than being just an artist. Those students are also being taught to further to higher education and being educator, or they can become production crew and also set up their own production house and being entrepreneur in performing art industry. So it's not necessarily just being an artist. They can explore more in the industry and also working in various other types of industries. So I always encourage them. It's not by taking performing arts. It's not end up just being an artist. They may be some lawyers or teachers or doctors who can sing, who can dance and do and have this performing arts skill, which they can use it everywhere, anywhere, especially for teachers. Okay, for teachers nowadays, teachers are being advised to have this kind of performing arts skills. Because as an educator or as a teacher, they should have this kind of skills to make a fun learning to the students, so they can integrate these skills in their teaching. In my opinion, if they only major in performing art, they should do very, very well. They should learn, they should master all the skills that they need, and they should really put their heart into what they do. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, they really they need to do very well in performing art. Maybe they become a very good actor, they become a very good singer or dancer. So you know your own limit, you know your own skills, and learning in any major is not a problem. You can always learn so many things for you to learn. So yeah, that's my advice.
Due to this misconception, do you feel that there are a lot of talents in Sarawak that are left undiscovered? And if there is a talent, in your opinion, is it necessary for artists to move to Kuala Lumpur to fulfill their dreams?
This is one of the reasons why most of the talents left undiscovered, because most of our people in Sarawak still have this kind of mindset and seeing performing art as unpromising career. We in the olden days we were always being told by our parents that being an artist, maybe as a dancer, maybe as an actor or singer, is not really being the first choice in our career as our career path. But nowadays, I see that performing art is one of the biggest industry in Malaysia and also in the world. Kuala Lumpur has already offered so many jobs and also stable platform in performing arts, unlikely in Sarawak. For those who wants to a faster recognition in arts industry, you should go to Kuala Lumpur to seek for opportunities. However, within these 2 years, especially in Sarawak, since TV Sarawak has been established in Sarawak, I think it is a good platform for most Sarawakians to explore their talents and work on creating more artistic production. Yeah, so my answer is yes and no. For faster way, you should go to Kuala Lumpur. But we as Sarawakian, we need to develop and we need to create more artistic production for our people, because in Sarawak we have so many rich in cultural activities and also traditions that we should try to highlight to the other world, to the world. Sorry.
Thank you, Rejeki Mise, for sharing your comments. Those were the updates on TVS News at 5. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching.